Sunday morning service is a regular event, not only for Jan Ashby, but also her two dogs, Beth and Sophie. Once they're here, they're little angels, but getting to St John the Baptist Church in Keynsham is a different story. So this is how the day begins on a Sunday, Jan?
Yes, first thing, I get myself ready, and then priority is to make the girls look really pretty for church. Takes me about 2 minutes. Takes about 5-10 minutes for the girls. Right. So they obviously take priority.
Okay. That's longer than most people take over their children.
But they're my children I never had, actually. So these are my babies. And now Bethy comes.
She's a very quiet and peaceful little dog here, isn't
You're joking. She's very quiet, and she's like a mouse, and she's like a church mouse in church. But just before we go to church, she makes this terrible noise. If you want to go deaf, I'll try to repeat it. She goes something of the order of, "Ah!" And so I, in turn, went, "Ah!" But she was so shocked, she was actually quiet for a moment. But she soon forgot that I'd slightly hurt her eardrums, and she then made another noise. Mm-hmm. And I don't think it's right every time I go to church to suddenly shout, because people will be putting me in the local hospital.
Well, Jan, it's hard to believe that, you know, this beautifully well-behaved, well-groomed little dog could turn into such a nightmare. But, hey, it's time to go. Let's go to church, see how bad she can be.
OK, I don't think she'll let you down.
Beth's being deceptively quiet right now, but Jan thinks she's just working out the journey in her head and getting ready for her big moment. Well, I think she's realised that we're getting to the church, Jan.
I think so, yes. I think this is it.
That's a nasty noise.
It's just this excitement just before we get to church.
So she's been good as gold all the way here, and then she knows where she is.
She knows now we're going to church.
No, I can see why church would be a place of rest and peace. Hey, you make a horrible thing. She really does have an excruciatingly piercing voice. It's a relief to get out of the car. There's really two ways to approach this, and one of them is extremely long and drawn out, and it involves you not just doing nothing, but signalling that you're doing nothing. And now, when you're driving along and she starts, you just simply pull over to the side and stop, and you wait until she's quiet, and then you start again. And if she starts a noise again, then you stop. And it's horribly long and tedious, and I'm sorry for that. The short route, which is the one perhaps that you're more interested in, is that we know she's terribly ball obsessive. And I think that if you use this ball as a sort of an interactive measure for you at home, that she has to get her ball and bring it to you before she gets fussed, before she gets fed, then the importance of the ball becomes paramount to her. And it means that when she's already excited because she thinks she's going to visit your mother or church or Doreen or whatever, whereas you can't tell her to stop, if you give her the ball, that's something equally exciting. Right. And if she's got a ball in her mouth, hopefully the worst you'll hear is instead of Well, let's give this a go. Yeah. There we go.
Good girl.
Good.
Oh, good girl.
Okay.
Good girl.
Right,
good girl.
That seems to have kept her quiet.
Wow, done.
Do you know we've had such an amazing response to our invitation for you to write to us with all your animal problems that we've had to send Peter Neville out on the road with his very own problem roadshow. And he's pulled up in Thornbury at a cat show, and he's got a very mischievous kitten on his hands. You are a guzzler, aren't you, eh? This annual cat show in North Bristol attracts a wide variety of people, cats and problems.
Zoe, you have a very, very pretty little cat. What's his name?
Harvey.
He's a young cat. How old is he?
5 months.
5 months. And how old are you?
6.
You're 6, right. Now, what's Harvey been like as a kitten? Has he been nice?
Yeah.
Yeah? But what's his problem?
He eats bits of plastic plastic tubes and
He
things.
eats bits of plastic. What sort of plastic?
Fish tank. Plastic.
So he's chewing the edge of the fish tank. Well, he's at the same age, really, as you in many ways, in cat terms. And what happens is that his first baby teeth are starting to fall out. So a lot of his chewing is to try and get those teeth away to allow the new ones to come through. So what do you do when you get a wiggly tooth?
Pull them out.
Yeah, pull them out, right, and that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to chew on things just to get rid of those teeth which are now not really connected very much. So we didn't worry too much about it. I think he's probably swallowing things accidentally at the moment, but once his teeth come through, he should grow out of it. Sometimes Siamese cats, and I think there's a little bit of Siamese in his ancestry, isn't there? Sometimes they do chew things. They chew things like clothes and tea cloths and towels and things like that. And that's a little bit more unusual and it's a little bit more permanent. And we have to feed these cats very gristly meat that they really have to chew up, and which take a long time to digest. So if you've still got problems in a few months' time, then I think give me a ring and obviously make sure you have your vet's number handy. But for now, I wouldn't worry. Play with him a lot and you'll keep his attention onto toys and he won't chew your plastic so much. Is that fair enough? That's fair enough.
If you have a problem for Peter Neville or would like a copy of the fact sheet that accompanies the series, write to People and Pets, HGV Community Unit, 13 Midland Road, Bristol, BS2 OJT. Or you can access our website. Well, this is one hungry Coonie, a pig from all the way from New Zealand and a rare breed. And that's where we have to say goodbye from this week's People and Pets. In next week's programme, I'm going to be meeting some more piggy wiggies at Pig Folly in Wiltshire, where they have over 70 rare breeds. I might be meeting some of Albert's relatives. Do join us for that. See you then. Bye-bye.